The Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa chaired the weekly cabinet meeting held at Qudaybiya Palace. The cabinet commended the visit of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to the UAE, during which His Majesty met with the President of the UAE, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The cabinet affirmed the strength of the Bahrain-UAE relations and the shared commitment to strengthening the partnership to achieve shared goals of progress, development and prosperity. The cabinet congratulated the government and people of the UAE on the occasion of Union Pledge Day, which marks the historic 1971 meeting that led to the establishment of the UAE by Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan and the signature of the Declaration of the Union and the UAE Constitution by the Emirates rulers. In this regard, the cabinet commended the UAE's remarkable progress and ongoing development across multiple sectors. The cabinet commended the successful organization of Ashura, highlighting the efforts of the Ministry of Interior and its coordination with various public agencies in implementing the directives of His Majesty the King. The cabinet also recognized the collective contributions of the Ja'fari Waqf Council, Ma'atims, directors and their supervisory committees, as well as volunteer field teams, in ensuring that all activities were conducted safely, efficiently and in an orderly manner. The cabinet then reviewed and approved the following memorandums. A memorandum submitted by the Government Executive Committee regarding developments in the Government Priorities Framework 4.0. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a draft law issuing the Buildings Regulations Law. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Community Services regarding labor market indicators up to the second quarter of 2025 as part of the ongoing implementation of the National Labor Market Plan 2023-2026. The data reflects the outcomes of agreements reached with the Legislative Authority during discussions of Bahrain's 2025-2026 budget. The memorandum outlined progress toward the annual employment and training targets, notably 49% of the annual target to employ 25,000 Bahrainis annually has been met. 51% of the annual target to have 8,000 of the 25,000 Bahrainis be new entrants to the labor market had been achieved. 63% of the annual target to train 15,000 Bahrainis annually had been achieved. The cabinet commended the directives of the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Tamkeen, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, to launch a new set of initiatives and programs aimed at developing and training national healthcare professionals. In collaboration with the Supreme Council of Health, the new program will support 750 Bahraini doctors and nurses, further strengthening the national healthcare workforce. A memorandum submitted by the Minister of Cabinet Affairs and Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Education and Training Quality Authority regarding the approval of the authority's reports. A memorandum submitted by the Minister of Tourism regarding Exhibition World Bahrain. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs on the government's response to 7 proposals submitted by the Representatives Council and a draft law submitted by the Shura Council. The Cabinet also reviewed the following memorandums. A memorandum submitted by the Minister of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture regarding the decisions and recommendations issued by the Capital Municipal Council and the other municipal councils during the first 3 sessions of the 6th municipal term, December 2022 till June 2025. The Cabinet recognized the important contributions of the Capital Municipal Council and the other municipal councils to the Kingdom's development. A memorandum submitted by the Minister of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture regarding a report on building permit statistics for the first half of 2025. The Cabinet then noted the following ministerial reports. The outcomes of the official visit of the Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications to Saudi Arabia. The outcome of the Kingdom's participation in the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development. The outcomes of the Kingdom's participation in the high-level Arab Regional Meeting to prepare for the 2nd World Summit for Social Development. Her Royal Highness, the wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, congratulated Aisha Al Haram on her appointment as co-chair of the newly established SSPI WISE East Regional Group under the International Space and Satellite Professional International Initiative Women in Space Engagement, making her the first Arab woman to assume a senior leadership role within the organization. Her Royal Highness commended Al Haram's efforts in this specialized domain and her abilities, which qualify her to utilize her expertise to achieve ambitious aspirations through her new role. This appointment enhances the excellence and sustainability of the efforts benefiting the global space sector and contributes to strengthening the Kingdom's position and role in supporting the development of the sector internationally. Her Royal Highness emphasized that this appointment will strengthen cooperation in space benefiting the Kingdom and the Arab region, and commended the notable achievements of Bahraini women, which have helped them earn important decision-making roles both locally and internationally through their skill and hard work. Her Royal Highness emphasized that this achievement supports the advancement of Bahraini women and increases their involvement in advanced science, expressing hope that the role will create new opportunities for developing the Kingdom's space sector and help national talents keep excelling and innovating in this important area. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali As-Saleh, arrived in Moscow for an official visit at the invitation of the Speaker of the Russian Federation Council, Valentina Matvienko. The visit will include high-level talks with the Speaker and meetings with senior Russian officials and lawmakers aimed at deepening the bilateral dialogue and parliamentary collaboration. As-Saleh emphasized the importance of strengthening Bahrain-Russia ties and broadening cooperation between the two countries' legislative bodies. He noted that the visit reflects the mutual commitment of His Majesty the King and the Russian President to fostering strong and strategic relations. The Ministry of Education, represented by the Bahrain National Commission for Education, Science and Culture, organized a national workshop under the title Mechanism for Completing the UNESCO's questionnaire on research and experimental development at the institutional level. The workshop was held in cooperation with the Higher Education Council and in coordination with UNESCO and its Statistical Institute in Canada, and was attended by more than 200 representatives from various institutions. The Minister of Education and Chairman of the Bahrain National Committee for Education, Science and Culture, Dr. Mohammed Jum'a, stressed the importance of monitoring research and development data and following up on the development of its indicators. He pointed out that Bahrain's response to the annual surveys conducted by UNESCO will enhance its indicators in international reports and comparisons related to research, science innovation and competitiveness. The Minister explained the role of research efforts in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, especially the 9th goal related to industry innovation and infrastructure. Government hospitals have launched 24-hour operations at the Hereditary Blood Disorders Center at Salmania Medical Complex to enhance care for sickle cell anemia patients. The CEO of government hospitals, Dr. Maryam Al-Jalahma, highlighted that round-the-clock service will improve emergency response times and reduce the waiting periods, ensuring high-quality, efficient care that meets the community needs. This initiative reflects the hospital's commitment to providing integrated, sustainable health care, particularly for patients requiring urgent attention. The chairman of the Bahrain Sickle Cell Society, Zakaria Al-Kadhim, expressed appreciation for the move, noting it significantly advances healthcare standards and demonstrates the ongoing support for those affected by sickle cell anemia. The Undersecretary of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning, Fatma Al-Mannai, confirmed that the Tasheel Plus program is witnessing increasing demand from citizens since its launch last April. She pointed out that the program is an additional financing option to the existing 6 different multi-purpose financing options provided by the Ministry. Al-Mannai explained that the Tasheel Plus is part of the Ministry and Scan Bank's plan to expand the financing options and housing solutions. She pointed out that the program provides many new features, as the minimum and maximum limits have been raised to 91,000 dinars and 81,000 dinars, while the minimum value of the financing has been raised to 57,000 dinars. The Undersecretary noted that the Ministry also offered the option of combining the salaries of the husband and the wife to increase the value of the financing, to not exceed the maximum limit set under the program. She added that the demand of citizens for this financing options contributes to the expansion of the projects implemented by the Ministry within the Government Land Development Rights Program and other programs that increase the real estate stock in Bahrain. Aerospace Global News has affirmed that Bahrain has the potential to be the next aviation powerhouse in the Gulf. In this regard, Bahrain continues to implement ambitious plans to strengthen its position in the regional aviation sector based on advanced infrastructure and a strategic vision in line with the objectives of Bahrain's Economic Vision 2030. More details in this report.
Bahrain is moving with a clear vision towards consolidating its position in the aviation industry, where dream and reality, ambition and achievement intersect in a national project that goes beyond airports and airplanes. Bahrain International Airport stands out as one of the most prominent pillars of this transformation, as it witnessed a qualitative shift after the opening of its new terminal in 2021 at a cost of $1.1 billion, which contributed to remarkable growth in passenger traffic, flights, and air cargo. Bahrain's vision to build a modern aviation powerhouse is based on advanced infrastructure and a strategic vision based on the objectives of Bahrain's Economic Vision 2030, which focuses on diversifying the economy and strengthening non-oil sectors. Known as the first airport in the Gulf, Bahrain Airport is a model of sustainable transformation, becoming the first airport in the world to achieve full International Air Transport Association's Environmental Assessment Program certification in environmental sustainability, and one of only 23 airports to achieve Airports Council International's Carbon Credit Level 4. In parallel with infrastructure development, Gulf Air is steadily expanding and modernizing, with plans to receive 10 A320neo aircraft by 2027, 2 Boeing 787s in 2026, and 9 leased aircraft. This expansion is accompanied by a growing interest in training local talent through institutions such as the Gulf Aviation Academy, which provides high-level training programs for pilots, cabin crew, and engineers.
The Ministry of Transportation and Telecommunications announced the statistics of public transport and land transport trips during June 2025. Youth City 2030 has opened its doors to provide participants with an exceptional experience that blends learning, creativity, and challenge. Over the course of 6 weeks, the national project transforms into a vibrant, interactive space where young people take on real-life roles in a variety of fields, including media innovation, entrepreneurship, arts, and science. Youth City 2030 has become a renewed space for creativity and returns this season with a more sophisticated look and programs designed to keep pace with the demands of the times in various fields and helps participants discover their capabilities and experience leadership and professional roles that simulate reality.